Hey everybody, it's Eric in the garden this morning, finally tackling some of the weeding that I've had that cropped up while I was away. I want to show you a couple of those weeds that I've been trying to remove, and also an update on some of the plants in the garden itself. This is a beautiful bush. Again, I got to do some weeding of this bed. This is Claire Elise. It's a newer rose hybridized by John Smith. Just had this about a year, and you can see the growth on it is pretty good, and the bloom color is excellent. It's a very, very nice bloom itself. Was able to get this bed weeded yesterday. For the most part, since I have a nice layer of mulch down with pine straw, it's not that big of an issue. Probably took me about 20 minutes to get that done. I've missed a few now that I've noticed, but now I'm in the process of covering the bed back up. Eventually I want to do a full video on the drip irrigation, but that's down now, so I need to put the pine straw back. This is Veteran's Honor. If you're looking for a bush that grows very well, fairly disease resistant, and beautiful red blooms that are not faded in the summertime's heat, Veteran's Honor is your bush. You can see it's about 5 feet tall right now, and I did a heavy pruning in the spring, so these bushes are coming along. That's Gemini, needs to be deadheaded. Here's Crescendo over here. Again, Gemini is one of the parents. Just a beautiful, beautiful flower, has a light fragrance to it. You'll notice with these blooms, they are very nice looking. The bushes are looking good. They are a little bit smaller. Give your bushes a break in the summertime. They are not going to be as big in terms of blooms as they were in the cooler spring or the cooler fall. So you're just going to have smaller blooms in the heat of the summer. That's pretty much just the way it is. This right here is Marlin's Day. It's a deeper pink. It's Sport of Moonstone, which is a whitish with some pink tint to it. But this is, you know, much deeper pink, or more pink in it than Moonstone. Very, very nice plant itself. I haven't done any spraying for insecticides. I noticed I have a couple holes on the leaves. I don't really care outside of rose season. I'm not sure if you can see it here, but this is an assassin bug on one of the buds of the Marlin's Day. That's a good predatory bug. It actually eats a lot of the bugs I don't want. So by not spraying insecticides, I'm kind of letting Mother Nature take its course and remove the bugs I don't want. Because again, I'm outside of rose show season right now. This is Jewel Grace. These, as you can tell, tend to bloom in clusters or sprays. We did a video on this a couple weeks back, that if you don't want this spray, to remove some of the side buds. But in the summer, I just kind of let things bloom and grow. I don't remove buds as much because it's not in show season. You can tell that the bushes are starting to get tall. The tallest one might be this Hot Princess. It's about 5 feet tall. It'll get up around 8 or 9 feet by the fall if I don't prune it back. And the other one that's growing really well for me is Mr. Caleb. That's a really nice red bloom. I've noticed it grows just as well as Veteran's Honor. It has as much disease resistance as Veteran's Honor, but I've noticed the blooms tend to fade a little bit in some of the heat. Right now they're looking pretty darn good. We've had temperatures well into the 80s to near 90 for about a week and a half now, so it's looking pretty good. So again, just a little update on the garden. Was able to weed this one bed. I see that I've missed a couple, so I'll knock those out. Before I head into work this morning, I'm going to knock out this bed, and then, you know, about 15-20 minutes per bed, get it done, and it'll be in good shape here for next month or so. I'm going to last leave you with an update on this Louise Estes. If you've been following along at home, we bought these maiden roses in the springtime from Steve Singer and ordered 2 Louise Esteses. The point of this video is, if you look on the far left, this cane, and the far right, this cane, those were the side buds. They were the last 2 to kind of grow. The middle terminal bud was the first one that shot out. And I've been pinching each bud off this bush as it developed. So I'm sending all of the energy to the roots and the canes themselves. And because of that, our 2 side shoots that were, again, weeks behind have now caught up and eclipsed the main one. You can see the one on the right is actually taller than the middle one. So pretty neat to see that growth. And again, a grade 1 rose that you get bare root has 3 large canes, and this is almost there, and we're, what, the middle of June? and we potted these up back in April. So pretty neat process, these maiden roses. So I'll leave you with, let's see, we'll zoom into one of these Geminis. Comments below, how's your garden doing? Are you keeping ahead of the weeding? Are you keeping with the watering? I'm probably gonna do a little watering today, even though we might get some rain tonight. I never wait for mites in terms of the forecast. I water, and if we get the rain as we expect, then great. If not, I'm in good shape too. That's Hot Princess right there. Comment below. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Have a great day, everybody.